still maybe enjoy some of it when we're done. Again, good evening, and thanks everyone for coming. We'll probably be using some clips from this. Again, we're recording it, and we can also push it out a little bit on some social media stuff. So we'll be doing some clips from that and trying some new stuff. So tonight we want to reflect on where we've been, recognizing what we've accomplished together, and looking ahead to where we're going as a community. Before I get started, I want to have any of our staff. Now again, I just realized this about a minute ago. We have 2 Sarahs, 2 Jakes, and 2 Bens. We have Sarah in the office. We have Jake in Public Works and Jake at the Muni, and then Ben, Chief of Police, and our Fire Chief is also Ben. So if there's Sarah, Jake, or Ben in the house, you want to wave your hands and say hi. There's some in the back. Again, thanks for coming. I know all the council is here, so Billy, Mike, Joel, and Kim, if you want to stand or raise your hands, and thanks for coming there. Thank you. Again, we've got a great group of people, and again, that's it really makes for doing our work enjoyable. So as we move on, again, our website, and again, I encourage you to go to the website. We're continually trying to make it updated and current, and I'll reflect on it later too. But if you haven't signed up for notifications, and hopefully everyone in here, if I ask, does have notifications, that it's important. And again, if your neighbor isn't, get that, because again, like the email came out or the text came out about this, and all the different things that we have going on, that we need to get you signed up for that. As we move on, improving our communication is always a top priority, like I talked about with the notifications, but it is a two-way street sort of. And again, sometimes we need that information, for one, and number two, we need to make sure we're putting it on, and it's also sort of a responsibility of you to be signing up for notifications, checking the calendar, because again, like on the calendar today now, if you were to click on State of the City address, you'd have saw the little invite flyer of where it is, what's going on, and that type of thing. So the Easter egg hunt coming up, if you want to know about the Easter egg hunt, you can go to that date, click on that Easter egg hunt, and the flyer comes up, and so you can get that information and be informed about what's going on. So again, all those things, my mayor minutes, the council, those minutes and agendas and those types of things can all be found on there as well. So again, we want to try to make it as clear and as accessible as we can. And again, that's only going to help us build the capacity, the infrastructure, all those kinds of things that are going to help us improve as we continue to move forward. So Mapleton continues to prove that small communities can do big things if we continue to work together. And some of those things, now in the Parks Department, I'll go through each one a little bit. We're adding new playground equipment. All that was done last year, the planning, and it takes a lot when we're trying to really make it inclusive and ADA compliant, meaning wheelchair accessible, all those kinds of things, how we can make that all happen. So that's taken a lot to get done. We continue to add trees in the park. Of course, the emerald ash borer is always on the top of the list, so we're always need to be concerned about that. But again, keeping that park. And I just recently, we just received a $100,000 MnDOT active grant. So what that means is we'll be forming a group together and trying to create walking, biking, and rolling paths around our community. And again, this place here, this school started with a great path around its facility and area. And so we want to build off that. So, like where can we park? The QR codes, how can we connect this path to the next path, to the next path, to the next path, and be able to be interconnected, and say if you just want to walk this one and go around the pond, or if you want to walk around Heritage Park, go through Heritage Park, or to Bounceville Park, or maybe around the old school facility, that's all of the stuff that's got to come out from this. And again, what's safe? And again, are we building new paths? Are we just trying to find those that are really highly accessible and are safe for people that are walking or rollerblading or doing whatever they're doing, biking, that kind of thing? And again, my ultimate would be then to be able to connect out here and get up dedicated path out to at least the turn off to Daly Park, right? So that's, and again, but by getting this grant, now we've got more clout and I think more credibility to the county to say, let's get this path done out here. You know, we've already had one accident out here with kids and stuff. So, you know, it's just, that's what we're seeing there. Administratively, they assisted again in the picnic along with the Ben and the fire, the police, you know, putting all that together with all the other groups. So that was a great thing we did last year. We launched the ACH provider payment. The city does own the remainder of the old school property. And then they've done, we purchased some software for planning, for capital outlay, being able to work with that a little bit better and have a better handle on the capital outlay areas. Planning and zoning, we had approved 71 building permits, which totaled about $1.789 million of improvement over this past year. So, you know, again, that's just sort of showing the, you know, that people are committed to, you know, making our community a nice place to live. The municipal, we've added some THC products, we've added more weekly promotions, and if you've seen now, again, I think it's coming, or is it coming this week, or was it last week? Now their first food truck was already in town, so that's been a nice addition to the municipal area. Public Works, we had to replace the well number 2 up by the library park, or Bounceville Park by the library. We got a tool cap purchased. The sign out here, the Welcome to Mapleton sign, we moved from the corner here of Borkert and 7 out to the proper edge of the property on the school property, which has been a nice addition as you come into town there. Again, I mentioned the ash tree work. We did hire Jake Thompson as our supervisor and then replaced Jake with Mike Bammert. So that one is going along nice. Police, we had 2,352 calls. Average about 1,800, a little over 1,868 over the last 5 years, so it was up just a little bit. On-call pay, we increased, so again, that's, you know, again, they hadn't been increased for, I don't know, 15 years, Ben, I'm not even sure how long, but again, now we're getting back and getting into, so we're being more competitive in that area, and we hosted the second microchip clinic for the dogs. So again, that's another good thing that we've done. Fire, 287 calls, and it's ironic how it was 50-50 with fire and rescue this year. So again, just some trivial stuff. Our busiest day there was on a Monday, and the time was from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. was our busiest time frame. So it's sort of interesting to see how some of those things fall out. And if you haven't seen, or maybe you did, we do have the new rescue truck all in place and operational, so that's been a good addition to our fleet. And as always, the fire department always is looking for new people. So if you know someone that wants to get involved with the fire department, I think they're probably down, they would like 7 more fire people. Male, female, doesn't make any difference. So if you're looking to contribute or get involved in the community, that'd be a great way to get that done. So again, as we look at that, you know, these aren't just numbers either. They represent real momentum, real things that we're moving forward with as we continue to progress.